Hello, Ms. Siebel. Welcome again.
Hi, thank you.
You have been our regular patient for 2 years. You come and go together with your son.
Yes.
Your son has Pectus Excavatum. As someone who has experienced this process closely, is there anything you would like to say to other families who are dealing with similar issues? Can we hear about these from you?
Yes, of course. My son was born with a depression in his chest. In other words, a type of chest deformity. In medical terms, this is called Pectus Excavatum. At that time, during my son's infancy, I researched this condition a lot because I had never heard of it before. I examined and read many medical articles, and in most of the sources I read, it was stated that for deep indentations like my son's, for severe deformities, in other words, for advanced Pectus Excavatum, the only remedy, the only solution was surgery, but that vacuum therapy might be effective for mild cases of pectus. And of course, as a mother, this really scared me. The possibility of surgery made me very upset. After that, we started looking for a doctor. Before meeting Mr. Hassan, we first went to another doctor. After examining us, that doctor told us that vacuum therapy could be applied. He said it could be successful. Naturally, we were very happy about this, and we immediately ordered our vacuum device. We started the treatment. However, even after 2 or 3 months, there was no improvement at all. We didn't observe even the slightest recovery. Of course, I became hopeless again. At a time when I was upset, thinking we probably wouldn't be able to solve the problem with the vacuum, we got in touch with Mr. Hassan through an acquaintance. Mr. Hassan examined my son very thoroughly. He took very precise millimetric measurements of his chest. He measured his chest with great sensitivity. He told us that the vacuum device we had used before did not fit my son's chest measurements. In other words, we had used a vacuum device that was much too large. That's why it didn't work. He told us that we needed to use a smaller sized, more appropriately sized vacuum device. So we ordered the vacuum device in the size he recommended and started the treatment. The result was wonderful, truly incredible. We were all very surprised. In less than a month, even in just 2 or 3 weeks, believe me, we saw a visible improvement. At the end of 3 months, I can say there was almost a 100% improvement. It was as if a magical hand had touched my son's chest. It was like a miracle for us, for everyone, for all of us in the family. It was a surprising and joyful result. In fact, I'll never forget, once I took my son to the pediatrician. He was a doctor I had been taking my son to since he was a baby. During the examination, he noticed the improvement in his chest. He asked, what kind of treatment did you use? What did you do? Which doctor did you go to? And so on. He asked me these kinds of questions to get information so that he could give advice to other children with the same illness or condition. In the same way, I also recommend it to everyone. I tell everyone about it. I recommend Mr. Hassan. I recommend him to everyone. By the way, we started vacuum therapy with Mr. Hassan 2 years ago. My son was 4 years old at that time. He is now 6 years old, and we still come regularly for checkups. And after every checkup, my son asks, Mom, when are we going to see Dr. Hassan again? He asks. He doesn't want to leave Mr. Hassan. Mr. Hassan's communication with children is also very good. He gets along with them really well. Somehow, children really love Mr. Hassan, and we love him very much too. We're so glad he exists and that we're going through this process together with him. We're moving forward together. Mr. Hassan has been a great blessing for us. I want to thank him very, very much from here.
We thank you very much for sharing your experience and process with us. Well then, see you again.
See you.